Hey, I'm Tim McMahon. As a lifelong resident of Northwest Ohio, there are two things I know. We love food, and there are plenty of places to chow down. This is a special holiday edition of 4-1 Nosh. Cheeseburger bun. Oh my God.
We love what we do. Shows on our food. All the deliciousness comes out of us.
Wild apple ale.
That's fantastic.
That's good. That's real good. An amazing mix of flavors.
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer.
Thanks, buddy. Welcome to the special episode of 4-1 Nosh. It's our holiday showcase. We are at Durocher's appliance store on Monroe Street in Sylvania. We are in one of their beautiful 5 live kitchens, and I am with a bunch of amazing people here in Toledo. We are making some fun recipes here tonight. I'm here with Jaden Jefferson, and you are here with your friend Stacy. First of all, what are you going to be making with us here tonight?
So we're making some mice tonight, and they're going to be delicious.
So mice like cookies? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I would say cookies or chocolate mice.
Chocolate mice.
Yep,
okay.
So in the form of mouse, so it's going to be pretty nice.
Okay, I like it. I'm excited. We have Councilman Nick Komives over here with his mom, Julie. Nick, thanks for joining us. What are you excited to make tonight?
I'm gonna make a Victoria sandwich. So it's a densely delicious buttery cake with some strawberry jam and whipped cream and then some powdered sugar on top.
Do you know why it's called Victoria? I don't
know. It's just like popular on Great British Baking Show, and I fell in love with it and was like, yeah, I want to eat that.
I love it. I'm excited to try it. Rhonda Sewell with Toledo Library and Diana Patton, you guys are teaming up here tonight. First of all, I'm kind of excited to yours. You have a special ingredient with what you're making. What are you making here tonight?
I do.
We're all excited.
We're all excited about this one.
We're all excited.
Except Jade.
Jade is not excited. So, every year at Christmas time and the holiday season, my family is from the South. They're from Kentucky. So we love our bourbon and we love our whiskey as well. So I'm doing a sweet potato pie laced with Ohio straight bourbon. Straight.
Okay, sweet potato pie. So you got a lot of good ingredients
Yes,
there.
definitely.
All right, I'm excited for that one. And then, of course, you know Chrys Peterson from WTOL, Race for the Cure and ProMedica. Chrys, thanks for joining us. What do we have from you tonight?
Well, you know how they joke about how there's actually one fruit cake and it keeps getting passed around from person to person and nobody eats it? I tonight have the fruit cake that everyone will eat at Christmas time. So it is a carrot, pineapple, raisin cake with candied cranberry topping. And it is to die for.
All right.
I can't wait. I'm excited. That's an interesting mix of ingredients.
Yeah.
But I love that. Okay, so we have bourbon.
I mean,
sweet
it's got
potatoes.
vegetables and fruit. It's really good.
I think we're going to cover, everything we need for today. Okay, Rhonda, you and Diana are going to head next door along with Nick and your mom. And Jaden, you and Chrys are going to stay over here, and we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back and try all this delicious food as we start baking here on 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase. The 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase is brought to you in part by Durocher's, your appliance experts.
Printed on a Lark, the official apparel sponsor of DCAN.
Welcome back to 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase. I'm at Durocher's appliance store, and we are baking recipes over here in their Wolf Sub-Zero kitchen. This is Jaden Jefferson. You know him from Jaden Reports Now.
Yes.
Jaden, we're excited to be here. This has been an amazing year for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been, I can't believe it's always 1 year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm right now focused on enjoying cooking time with our family friend, Stacy Joe.
Stacy, how do you know Jaden? How do you know the Jefferson family?
Been friends with them for probably over 20 years. We used to work together, me and Linnell, his mom.
What are you guys making today?
Well, we are making the mice from the Night Before Christmas story. So we're putting those together. A lot of chocolate, You know, I would just say this is probably going to be one of the best meals tonight. We're hoping to win our so-called competition that we created.
Jaden made this into a competition. It really
Yeah,
isn't one,
she
but yeah. So you guys don't win a prize, but it sounds delicious. I'm excited for it. So you already started mixing. We saw you mixing the chocolate here. That's to what? Refrigerate for an hour?
Yes. We made the dough. It was 2/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, a 1/3 cup of sour cream, and about 40 of the chocolate wafers.
Okay, and what are you doing now, Jaden? What do we have?
Right now, we're just crumbling some of these cookies, you know, so we can put them with the mice. So they're definitely going to be what we're going to use as kind of make them furry, I guess, to put them on the dough once we mold them.
Do you have them broken down enough? These are chocolate wafers, right?
Yep, chocolate wafers. Still breaking them down. I've been using the karate chop method, the slamming method, the do this method. So I've been using all the methods in the book to hopefully make these small enough.
You've been on Ellen. You've interviewed Elizabeth Warren. You've interviewed Oprah and Brad Pitt, so many people throughout the year. This is kind of a different beast. What's it like being on a cooking show?
I don't know how to cook. I know there's a lot of here. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to cook. I'm one of them. I always tell people the only thing I can cook really is eggs, and I can make a sandwich. I hope that is enough of that's my skill level as far as cooking.
You're what, 11, 12?
11.
Well, see, at 11, I didn't know how to make eggs or anything like that, so you're already a step up on me. So you were on Ellen. What was that experience like to be out there in Los Angeles?
Man, I mean, we got to do a lot of things out there. You know, the weather changed. I was for once mad at that it was hot. You know, when I got back, I couldn't wait to be in the cool weather. I was just like,
Most people like to be in California. You were like back to Ohio.
if you're there too long, it's either going to be a lot of sweating, it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Number two, you're going to get stuck in traffic. But, you know, actually on the Ellen show, that was the best part, of course. And, you know, that was fun because I get to chat with Ellen DeGeneres. And, you know, she's always been someone I watched on TV for a long time. So to actually meet her in person is extraordinary.
All right, Jaden, I love following you on Twitter
Thank
and
you.
seeing where you're going. I do have to say, some nights I see you out there, you're following some pretty serious stories. I'm always like, Jaden, be careful.
Yes.
Gotta
there's
watch
a lot
out.
happening out there.
All right, well, I'm glad that you're keeping everybody updated. Thank you, Jaden.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Stacy, thank you. We'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Chrys Peterson,
Hi,
how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you. You've been
good to
very
see you.
quiet down here
Well,
working.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys down on the other end there, but I'm going to start mixing up here.
Now, this is our, what is it again? Pineapple carrot cake?
Pineapple carrot raisin cake with candied cranberries, yeah. So I've got eggs and oil and sugar in here. I'm just going to cream that together until it's nice and light yellow.
It's a fruit cake that everyone wants.
You know why? Because it has cream cheese icing on top.
That's the
Everything
kicker
is
there.
better with cream cheese
Absolutely.
icing, right?
Chrys, is this like a tradition for you guys?
Yes, so I love to make big meals. So I always do a fun dessert before, and this one always such a crowd pleaser because it looks so beautiful and
Oh,
festive
yeah.
at the end. We always go out to Wheeler Christmas Tree Farm. That's our big family tradition.
Absolutely.
And get our big fresh tree, and so whatever the little trimmings that we do on the bottom, I'll take those little clippings and then use them to decorate whatever my little dessert is for
Look at that.
Christmas or Thanksgiving, yeah.
You're a veteran of TV. You know, you've emceed a lot of events. You do Race for the Cure every year. You're always out in public. Now you're cooking on TV. Is it a little different? Do you feel a little bit of pressure, or is this just natural? All of a sudden the lights seem a little hot.
I think it's a little bit easier actually to be in your position, right?
Yeah,
when you
I don't
are
have to
the
do anything.
host, you're just trying to make everybody feel good, right? And
Absolutely.
that's easy because you can just ask them about themselves. It's hard for people to talk about themselves.
And it's difficult to talk while you cook because you don't want to mess up and throw the wrong thing in.
Right, okay, so I've got my flour and my baking soda and my cinnamon and little kosher salt.
Is there anything in here that's like a secret Peterson recipe?
No,
People should know.
it's nothing that it's a secret, and there are different versions of carrot and, you know, fruit cakes all over the place. But this is just something that is always a big crowd pleaser, and my family really loves it. And I like to think to myself that it's a little bit healthy because it has carrots.
Yeah, there's carrots in there, so that's justified. I always like to try a little. Look at a little bit of
Well,
carrot.
try the pineapple. It's
You want me to try a little bit of pineapple?
Yeah,
Now,
you go
I want
ahead.
to make a point. We saw you doing this earlier before we started the show, but you're out here working hard, peeling this pineapple. For people like me who see something like that and it looks like a dangerous object that you could throw at someone and hurt them, what is the trick to cutting a pineapple?
So the trick to cutting the pineapple is actually cut off the top and the bottom, set it upright, and just take your knife down the sides until you get the whole peeling off, until you get the whole shell off, and then just slice it and cut around the core.
Well, that's good to know. That's our cranberries.
Yeah, one of the
frozen or
no, they're fresh cranberries. You cook them on top of the stove with orange juice, water, and sugar, and then kind of strain them and then roll them in granulated sugar. Taste one of those.
Oh wow!
Right? It's like
That's
tart and sweet at the same time.
You put that like in a little baggie, and that's that's lunch.
I know.
Yeah.
You could have it as a little snack. Want another one?
Of course I do. I went here. You put that in there, and I'll take these.
Okay, you
There
take
go.
those. Leave me enough to decorate the top of the cake.
Well, Chrys, thank you. Obviously, we're going to be back and check in on you.
All right, I'm going to try to get this together, get it in the oven.
While Chrys and Jaden finish up over here in the Wolf Sub-Zero kitchen, we're going to go over to the Thermodor kitchen here at Durocher's, where Councilman Nick Komives and his mom Julie are preparing their Victorian sandwich.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
And then we have Diana Patton and Rhonda Sewell as well doing their sweet potato bourbon pie. I'm going to start with you guys down here. What have we done so far?
So we are roasting the red garnet sweet potatoes. I prefer red garnet. Such an easy recipe. And we're doing the wet ingredients now, which includes this wet ingredient.
The bourbon, which I want to point out, BCAN was, our birthday's on 4/19, and this was birthed as well on 4/19
Not planned
this year, 4/19.
Isn't that something?
That's awesome. Like,
And
that's
this is an
serendipitous.
Ohio straight bourbon.
Red potatoes, also known as like dark orange potatoes, I noticed in the recipe. So if there's confusion, go with the red garnet, right?
Yes.
So you have your wet ingredients, which include the egg and what else?
Ingredients, and then some brown sugar.
How long have you two been friends?
Our kids grew up together, and all of our kids are in college
But
now.
see, we knew each other back when she was at the Blade.
Yeah, I worked at the Blade.
Fashion.
Yeah, as
Fashion
the
editor.
fashion editor, and worked there for about 18 years. And
You went all over the world, didn't you?
I did go all over the world, and met this beautiful woman who modeled in our
Michigan.
in Michigan, and someone actually said that we should be friends.
Yeah. Well,
And we have similar,
obviously.
and
we've been friends ever since. Yeah.
We have.
I love
we
it.
have. Yeah. So it's been wonderful.
We like to serve. We love to give
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We love to see our community grow. We
Yep.
love to see young people flourishing, and we love being moms.
Yes, we do.
we
Servant
have great
leadership
daughters.
is really what binds us, I
Yeah.
think, together.
Yeah, and our faith.
And faith.
How many times do you two interact professionally? Because you're a motivational speaker, author, you work with the at the library, so you kind
Community
of
a lot.
Yeah.
We see each other in the community
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's events. I mean, she's the person people ask her to do a lot, so I have to be the one going, okay, Rhonda, that's a lot, you know.
Pull it
because
back
she
a
can-
little.
She can do a lot,
Yeah.
right? And because she's asked to do a lot, so yeah, so that's where we keep each other. She's gonna do the bourbon.
She's gonna do the bourbon.
Ready
How
for
much
this?
bourbon we putting in there?
So usually you should have about 2. That's an over pour.
All right.
I'm always
Heavy pour.
Yeah.
Is there ever an
Two
over
tablespoons.
pour with bourbon?
Never.
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 Okay.
But she has bourbon Kentucky roots, though. You
Yes.
wanna talk about-
Yeah, I do. My grandmother, my late grandmother, always entertained with friends by serving them Kentucky bourbon. And because, you know, bourbon is really, it's a USA thing. It's not necessarily a Kentucky thing, but Kentuckians would say it's a Kentucky thing.
Yeah.
Bourbon is. And I just like to, it's a conversational drink. And I'm all about relationships, friendships. And I think, like wine, bourbon is something that you have one glass and you can just talk the night away. And when you really look at it, bourbon stewards really recommend things like sweet potatoes and things of that sort, like maple taste.
They go
to
well together.
that pair well with bourbon. So lacing it into the sweet potato pie, which is a family tradition, is a no-brainer.
Is this something that children can eat? Like, can Jaden have a slice
Yes,
of this? Okay.
definitely, definitely. It's just laced. It's,
We all want to enjoy
yeah.
it together.
And
It
plus,
is
when you
just
cook it,
laced.
it's not
Yeah.
the alcohol
It
content.
absorbs.
It goes away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you keep working on this. So keep doing what you do. And bounce down here to Nick, who, boy, it looks like you're doing something sort of scientific here.
Seems high tech, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're making strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam. So homemade strawberry jam.
Indeed, yeah. You just take sugar and strawberries, you kind of macerate them a little bit so they get soft, and then a little bit of lemon juice, and get it up to 220 degrees.
Did you bake with your mom all the time when you were a kid?
Yeah, we made a lot of Christmas cookies. Like, it was like my favorite thing to do. I loved decorating for Christmas. If anybody knows me, they know that I love Mariah Carey.
So that was on repeat?
Like a lot, yeah. And in 1994, I was in 4th grade, so little Nick Komives was like running around the house just like screaming Mariah Carey.
I love it. Was this something you made when you were a kid? Julie, is this something that a family recipe?
Not really.
Nick brought this to you.
Nick brought the recipe to me, yes.
It's a new tradition, I guess.
What did you like most about the holidays when Nick was a kid?
The decorating. We had a really good time running through the house, and we decorated everything down to the bathrooms. I mean, it was kind of crazy.
How proud are you of Nick?
I'm very proud of Nick. His main thing is just service. He wants to make things better for mankind, not just one person, but mankind as a whole. That's very, very heartwarming to a mom.
Absolutely. Thank you. What's your sort of main goal with City Council right now? What's your main thing you're focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really focused on water still, no doubt. I mean, the reality is that most people are considering, am I going to buy groceries or am I going to pay bills, right? So I want to make sure that whatever system, whatever rate structure that we set up is beneficial to the most people, especially those in need, right? Because nobody should be choosing to buy groceries for their kid over being able to pay their water bill and have it cut off. And I think that people should recognize how important water shutoffs are to their neighborhood. I mean, it can be a massive detriment to your entire block. It can ruin a block of the city. And so, I'm really focused on making sure that we make water affordable in the first place.
That's great. What's your most enjoyable part of being on Toledo City Council?
I really enjoy getting to know areas or having areas of expertise that I never thought I would care about. The fact that I stay up and watch YouTube videos about drainage and sewage, who wants to do that?
What a Friday night,
yeah,
man.
Right? It's
Isn't
really
that great? Yeah.
That's what it's like to be 35,
This portion, I'm so sad that I didn't make it over here in time. What is this?
You should still try it. That's the cake batter.
The cake batter?
Yeah, so it's just eggs, flour, sugar, butter, and a little bit of baking powder.
My favorite part is a kid doing this.
All right, mine too.
This is awesome. So you guys are pretty far along.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna finish up with Nick, with Rhonda and Diana as well, and we're gonna head back over and see how Jaden and Chrys Peterson are doing too. You're watching 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase from Durocher's on BCAN. Welcome back to this 4-1 Nosh Special Edition Holiday Showcase. We're here at Durocher's Appliance Store on Monroe Street in Sylvania. I'm here with Rhonda Sewell and Diana Patton. We're making our bourbon sweet potato pie. How far along are we? What are we doing next?
We are just pouring the wet and dry ingredients right into the pan and then
into the pie crust and then to the oven.
Yeah.
Okay. So it almost looks like a pumpkin pie.
Don't you dare. That's fighting words in my house.
That's fighting words?
Yeah,
okay, well.
Sweet potato.
All right, sweet potato
sand.
bourbon pie.
Yes,
So we're done here.
potato.
Diana and Rhonda, I thank you for this. We'll catch up with you in a little bit when we taste test that. So Nick, you're wrapping up with your mom Julie down here. Oh, it looks good. So we're just sort of topping off the jelly, right?
Yeah.
Jelly jam.
Jam. Now I'm gonna put this whipped cream on.
And this was homemade whipped cream. We saw you over at the mixer earlier.
That's right. It's the best kind, And then we're just gonna spread it around a little bit. And then I'm gonna put the top on, and then I have a little special treat with my sugar on top.
So now we're gonna get this artistic topping.
Yeah.
Now you did this yourself. What do we have?
I made a little outline of the city of Toledo.
I love that.
And then theoretically, we dust the top.
We need complete silence.
Complete. I'm really
As,
focused.
powdered sugar
I'm absolutely
goes
focused.
on. Look at that.
All right, pull it away. Let's see.
That looks great.
Cute.
Well
That
done.
worked out all right.
Thank you, Nick.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Julie. We appreciate it. We're done with your project here. Now we are going to go back over to our other kitchen. We're leaving the Thermador kitchen and going back to the Wolf Sub-Zero kitchen, where Chrys Peterson, Jaden Jefferson, feels like forever since we've seen you guys.
I know, hi.
You've made a lot of progress since I was here last.
Yeah, where you been?
Yeah.
You've been gone for 2 weeks.
It feels like it, yeah. So you're just topping it off. This is the cream cheese frosting,
This is the
right?
delicious cream cheese frosting, yes. And then you just take these candied cranberries we talked about and just kind of decorate on top.
just any way you want to go, right? Just have a little bit of fun with it.
All on top, or you can kind of drape it around, however you want to do. If you put them all over the cake, then it looks like everybody gets a little bite of cranberry with a slice.
And that's really what we're looking for in life.
Yes.
That's a metaphor.
That's right.
Thank you very much,
We're going to dig
Chrys.
into this, right?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna take one more break, but before we go to break, thanks very much, Chrys. That was awesome. Jaden, we're back.
We're back.
It feels like years since I've seen you, my friend.
know,
And Stacy, you guys have been very busy with the mice. We have what? We have 4 mice done.
Yep, we have 4 right now, and I've been right before you came over to us. I'm like, you hurry up, start balling.
So we got to get a couple more out of this batter.
So you kind of roll it together to soften it up a little bit.
Have you already rolled yours in the crumbs?
Those 4 are already rolled in the crumbs.
And it really looks like there's texture, and when you taste it, there's gonna be like a lot of brownie texture, I would say.
I like that. It adds a little bit to it.
Jaden, you can add the ears and the nose.
My absolute.
That's your favorite part, huh, Jaden?
Yeah, because it's the easiest part.
Let me put the eyes on with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got the tail?
Yep, and the tails, it's about this much. Make sure they're even too. And then you cut them. If it's licorice, it's a little hard to cut.
It is a little bit. Poke a hole in the rump there of the...
Yep. Twist the knife a little bit, and then you have a way to put the tails in there.
You guys are pros. Thank you
Well,
very
she's
much.
the pro, but I'm just
You did
advising
great.
her throughout the way.
You did an awesome job. Stacy, Jaden, thank you very much. Now, before we go to break, we're going to bring in Matt Simpson from Durocher's. Matt, I'd shake your hand, but I've been busy with mice today.
on you.
Yeah, we're going to be enjoying these in a little bit.
Yes.
Thanks for having us out here. Wonderful store. This is your first holiday season here in Toledo, isn't it?
It is. We opened up in January, and we're just so glad it's been a great year for us here at Durocher's.
The 5 live kitchens where people can come in and check it out, and look what we're doing here today. So you have a lot going on here at Durocher's.
This event is exactly what we had in mind when we opened the store. We wanted the community to come in and be able to enjoy these kitchens, see how all these new appliances work. And we've hosted a number of different events. We did a food packing event a couple weeks ago, donated those to the Seagate Food Bank. We did a lot of different cooking challenges. We've had the Penn students come in, and now we're hosting you guys, and glad to have you here.
And we are glad to be here as well. Matt, thank you very much. We got one more break. We're going to come back. We're all going to sit down and enjoy these delicious holiday treats. You're watching 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase at Durocher's on BCAN. The 4-1 Nosh Holiday Showcase is brought to you in part by Durocher's, your appliance experts.
Printed on a Lark, the official apparel sponsor of BCAN.
Welcome back to this holiday showcase edition of 4-1 Nosh. As you can see, I'm enjoying all these sweet treats, these holiday baked goods with all of our celebrity bakers here today. It's not a contest, Jaden. I know you wanted it to be a contest. You're digging into, this was Chrys Peterson's, what's the official title of your cake?
The fruit cake that everyone will eat.
Fruit cake that everyone will
So
eat.
good.
What do we think about that? Give me your best, response.
Fantastic. Oh no, it's extraordinary.
Extraordinary?
Extraordinary.
Rhonda, Nick, you guys were feeding each other earlier.
Yeah. Yes, we were.
That's so.
It's all about the government.
That's a sweet.
Still government officials
That's
here.
right. The sweet potato bourbon pie. What do you think, Nick? That's what Rhonda and Diana made.
It's so good. You can taste the bourbon in it so well. I don't know. I want to bathe in that.
But it's not overpowering it.
It's so good.
Has anybody tried the mouse yet? The Christmas mice?
Did you try it?
How is it?
Ooh, it's so chocolatey. I hated to eat his little head.
I just ate his head too.
It was forced to.
It's very sweet. It's very good. It's got a nice, yeah, and it's got a little crunch with the almonds. I like that. You guys did a great job. And then we got to try this Victorian sandwich that Nick and his mom made.
Really good.
Diana, yeah, I'm looking in your direction.
First of all, the cake is really perfectly just together with this wonderful cottage cream. And what is this berry? What is it?
Strawberry jam.
It's so good.
I love it.
It's so
It does.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's just so soaks right into that cake, and
It's like when you go to like a tea place and you like have tea. That would be what you would have with a spot.
Thank you all for being here tonight at Durocher's and welcoming me sort of into your homes and your holiday baked goods, your Toledo holiday baked goods. Everything's delicious. Check out Durocher's and happy holidays to you and yours. See you next time. My mouse fell off.